Hello, everybody, and welcome to Responsible AI in Action with the Responsible AI Institute, where we are speaking with some of the leading experts related to responsible AI. I am very excited. We have Yukun Zhang joining us today. Yukun, thanks so much for being with us on the show.
Hi, Patrick. Thanks for inviting me. Very happy that I get to meet everyone virtually and talk about things.
I'm so excited to have you here. It's been a great opportunity for me to get to know you during my time at the Institute. Of course, ATB Financial is a valued member of the Responsible AI Institute. And I'm wondering if we could start there with our conversation. You are the director of AI governance and responsible AI at ATB Financial. So I'm wondering if you could share with our viewers, what does this role look like in the financial industry?
That's a great question. And I think I've been privileged to work in this area since 7 years ago when there was almost nothing on the internet about AI governance, responsible AI. Well, now it's just such a buzzword that everyone is talking about it. What I see my role at ATB is a translator between the policy framework and best practices to something that's usable, practical for our data scientists to use. Maybe just with some background information, I was a data scientist before. So whenever I work with the risk team or I lead the AI governance work, I always remember about my other hat, which is data scientist. So I always ask myself, first, are we protecting our company? Are we protecting our customers? Because we put our customers first. Are we having policies and standards protecting our customers? The second question is, are our data scientists understand what we are doing here? So I see myself as the one translating the risk perspective stuff and policy and framework into something practical, best practices that data scientists can feel, oh, I have this guardrail set up for me and I can just build a model within this guardrail so I have some freedom that I know I'm doing the right thing. While someone like myself and my team are the one holding the guardrail for them so they can use their innovative ideas to build models. That's what I see. Maybe I'm still a bit abstract about what I'm doing every day, um, but that's the goal of my work every day, and that's what motivates me as well.
Yeah, it's really incredible to see, as you noted before, just how far things have come, as you were mentioning, even just in the last 7 years. And it's really crucial that we have people like yourself who are working in AI governance to make sure that we have structures in place in order to make sure that we're not stifling innovation, but that we're developing this technology in a responsible way. Of course, CNBC and several other publications recently announced this week that OpenAI has launched a new AI model in a desktop version of ChatGPT, as I'm sure you well know. And the audio version of this model can speak and translate different languages, respond to users' audio prompts in the same amount of time that a human conversation would. And one engineer in the article said that it has the capability to even perceive emotions. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this news story. How do we keep up with how quickly AI is moving? And what implications, if any, does this have on the financial industry?
The first time when I see this news were about ChatGPT 4.0, I was amazed. I can't really imagine that after that short month after ChatGPT came to life, this GPT 4.0 is such a big advancement. Because think about before ChatGPT has the brain, now it feels like it has the brain, the eyes, the mouth, the ear. And if we add a robot on it, it's just a person. It's a virtual person. I'm truly amazed by it. And regarding the AI advancement, it's so hard to keep up with it. I in the beginning I said I feel privileged that we work in this field. That every day, regardless if you are following those news or not, you get those news through work, through coworkers. I do subscribe to newsletters that I can keep myself up to date, but even with that, I find it's so hard to capture everything. And sometimes I also feel for the general public, it's even harder for them to keep up with what's happening every day. So I see this is a big challenge. However, those big stuff like ChatGPT 4.0, I'm sure everyone will know about it in a very short time because this is such a disruptive innovation or tools that we can use. As for the impact to financial institutions, I was chatting with my team member yesterday, just after we watched a lot of the ChatGPT 4.0 videos. We said, now maybe we will be back to many years ago when things need to be done in person because you don't know who you're talking to. And it's so real that you talk to the ChatGPT 4.0 and it feels like it's a person. And to me, so the first reaction is I was amazed. Second reaction was I was worried because I don't know who's gonna use it. For what if scammers are using it? And for banking, for example, do our customers still want to do online banking or virtual banking? Maybe to come to the branch, like what happened before. So maybe there will be a big change that there will be a bigger demand for customer service, in-person customer service. But then maybe there will be in chatbot customer services because bot can replace human being. So there's so much uncertainties that I see here. That's why I'm worried. And I think it will change a lot of aspects of our life.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like as this technology is developing and it really is, as you were saying, just amazing at what it can do. I think that human beings that we in a lot of ways are like trying to figure out what to feel and what we're supposed to feel. It's in a lot of ways difficult to wrap our heads around. NBC, in relation to this, released an article in the Bay Area saying that there were actually AI protesters in San Francisco and in other places around the world that are protesting against OpenAI's most recent updates. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this as well, Yukon. Is there such a thing as going too far when developing this technology? What has been working well at the enterprise level when it comes to AI, and what concerns do you see emerging?
I understand a lot about the protesters because we work in this area and it's even scary for us to see the fast involvement of AI. We're not even talking about the general public that they don't work in this field and that's what they see. It feels like this is like in the dream that's actually came true. So even for us, it's uncertain that what the future unfolds with those new technologies. So I do see that we need to practice a lot of cautious when we use those AI applications. It goes back to the foundation is for any AI product, we need to care about what is the applications of those tools. What will be the impact? So it all goes down to the impact. Who is going to use it? Are they using it for positive purpose or in a negative way? So I see for me from an enterprise perspective, the biggest opportunity and as a challenge as well is to educate people, is to let them think about, have the critical thinking about you're using this tool. It is mighty, it's a mighty tool. It can do a lot of things. But how are you going to use it? Who will be impacted? Think about all different aspects. I want to, because I work in responsible AI, I want to give fair comments all the time. But I find a lot of time is not that easy because sometimes you don't know what other people are thinking about. You can't have such a diverse view in your own head. So I see collaboration, communication, and education are the three most important things in the AI age right now. Now we're in the Gen AI age. First, people need to understand the pros and cons of those AI applications. Not only being amazed, but also think about how we can use it. What if other people are using it? Because think about Gen AI, it's just making us or making fraudulers spread those false information or scam information with a lower cost and even faster. So I do see a lot of concerns here. But I also feel there's always more good people than bad people. So what we can do is to educate as much as we can, both in the workplace and also in our everyday life with our friends. We have this social responsibility that we share our knowledge, let people know about the potential impact of using these tools, and share people about what is the responsible use of those tools. We have less and less controls about Gen AI because, those foundation models are from those certain companies. However, we are a bigger user now because we can use it in our work life, in our everyday life. So responsible use is really important. And also communication. Now I can chat with ChatGPT. I can have a fake friend there, virtual friend. But then the real communication, understand people's perspectives are so important for us to use those tools.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. You really paint an important picture about how crucial responsible AI governance is. This technology is only going to continue to advance. It's going to be incredible in a lot of ways, but it'll also be important to put measures in place to make sure that it doesn't kind of get too out of control with regards to its development and what it can do. And I agree. I do like to believe that there are more good people than bad out there in the world. And hopefully that puts us on a good, trustworthy, responsible trajectory. I cannot thank you enough for taking the time for joining us for Responsible AI in Action today. And I also really appreciate the work that you're doing in at ATB, but then also in the responsible AI space in general. Your voice and perspective is so crucial in this space, especially since it is so young and it's developing and we're kind of trying to figure out how things go. So it was really great having the opportunity to talk with you. But before we head out, I'm wondering if we could just share with our listeners where they could find out more information about you and all your work.
On LinkedIn, please look for me, Yukun Zhang from ATB Financial in Alberta, Canada.
Wonderful. Great. Well, I'll make sure to use that link in our show description. So, viewers out there, all you have to do is scroll down and click that link provided. Yugen, thanks so much again for taking the time.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.